Welcome to CATA TV. We're pleased to welcome Russ Roberts, CATA's Senior Tax Advisor and also Senior Director of Taxation for Deloitte Touche. He's going to talk about a very important program, the Scientific and Experimental Research Program, perhaps the most important innovation program that Canada has. And Russ, perhaps we could begin by this question. Why is this important? Why is this program so important to Canadian industry?
The businesses need incentives, need assistance in focusing on technology in their development and in their innovation of their firms. And these credits that the government give are the primary mechanism for doing this that the government has. In actual fact, they provide over $3 billion to businesses. And the neat thing about them is that the credits are designed to allow businesses to make their own decisions. The decisions are not made by bureaucrats. It is the decision of a businessman as to where their investments are best and how best they can use technologies.
Russ, I know you've been working quite closely with the Ministry of Finance and Canada Revenue Agency in order to help them understand the sort of policies and approaches we need for a successful program. And I'm wondering, in looking at the environment for these tax credits, are there any areas of risk, and are there any areas of new opportunity moving forward?
The consistency of the program has fallen down again, and the key areas that I think your members need to keep their focus on are the way they set up their contracts. CRA no longer is as predictable as to who will be able to claim when there is a contract relationship and there's SR&ED involved. As well as CRA is now focusing much more than they were on the details of the projects, and the requirements are changing. It is critical that your members maintain good documentation of the iterations of their thinkings and the solutions they got to, much more so than it was, say, 3 years ago. As well as project structuring is shifting. What is a project? CRA is changing their focus, changing their positions on. It's variable, but it is critical that the companies be very careful to define their projects around the central technological challenges in their work.
Russ, I understand you've created a briefing note for the industry, giving some more details on some of these risk areas and some of the solutions. I also understand that you're making yourself available to consult with specific members, helping them through some of the issues and challenges, and really playing that role of a key advisor in terms of best practices for the program.
We really do want to assist your clients in understanding what is the most productive way to use this program and the most effective way to make their claims.
Well, Russ, I often get calls from companies that are having a great deal of difficulty with the program. They're losing valuable development time, they're confused, they really have a lot of challenges. And I'm just wondering your thoughts on really, it sounds like an easy program to access, but really companies get into some serious difficulties.
What we're finding is that it's extremely important for companies to get their heads around a good claiming practice from the beginning, or if they haven't got one in place, to get a systematic approach to putting these claims together that starts when the project is created, and understanding what is effective, what will be effective with revenues, reviewers. It's terribly important. If they get this together, if they get their heads around this, we find that after a year or so of working with CRA and CRA seeing that their claims actually are effectively being put together, they go forward. They go forward very easily at that point. But there is this first step.
What's been the worst experience? I mean, you've encountered companies that have not done it correctly. Well, what's the experience for going wrong?
The cost of the defense can far exceed the credits themselves. That's the worst situation that can happen, let alone not getting the credits which you're entitled to.